god, that's wrong.
What's up, Doug?
Wait, what? Now I
What's
can
wrong
hear you.
what's wrong with me?
Well, at first, like, the sound of me joining the channel came through my speakers really loudly, but now your voice is coming through my headphones, so I guess we're good. That was
Hello.
startling. Hola.
Fucking yeah, dude.
Diggity.
It's pretty crazy. So loading a multiplayer map. I'm in the map right now. I'm in the galaxy.
Oh,
And
really?
I guess you can just join me. Yeah, I'm paused, so nothing's happening.
Cool.
And yeah. Wait a second, because I can send you an invite to game, which you can just join in somehow.
Okay.
Somewhere. But yeah, I'm hyped. Last time was mostly talking, so this time we'll be actually playing a little bit.
For real.
Just let me know when you're ready for the invite, and if you can join the game.
Sounds good. Yeah, just setting up the last few things here.
Yeah, forgive me if I'm talking a lot about stuff. I'm just fucking jacked.
Dude. No,
It's
I'm
hot.
fucking jacked too. I seriously just finished rewatching part 1 like 10 minutes ago. And yeah, dude, I'm super stoked to get into the actual gameplay here, because we're in January of year 1. So like, yeah, dude.
And that's the thing, we can play on this first take for a while until you get the pace, and then we can speed up the play of the game. And then once we're playing at full pace, we'll just pause when we need to, and then play. That way the game's progressing, but if we need to address things, we can slow things down to a complete stop and just kind of address things.
Nice. I wanted to ask too, though, the pause button, like, would that normally be a thing if we were playing a public match with like randos?
I don't know, but I would have to believe that anyone can press Y at any time. That's why you don't want to play with randos, maybe.
Okay. But I can also unplay at any time, right? Like I can resume at any
exactly.
time. Okay.
Yeah. Press Y whenever you want.
So
And,
you can pause and I can just
faster.
cancel you over and over again. We could just play that game. Okay.
We can spam Y and really confuse the game's mechanics. He wants to hide your
The people in all of our worlds are just struggling to like understand what's going on. They're just.
So you're playing this on your PC?
No, I can't.
Playing this on your Xbox?
Yeah, I think it has to be console edition with console edition. I don't think you can do crossplay.
Yeah, this would be a cool Xbox experience. This is definitely a game that is designed for a PC, but it works. I feel like there's definitely a slowdown once you get like, I don't know, thousands of views in. But that's only if you're like, I usually max everything, and nothing's maxed right now. So you should be fine as far as performance into the late game.
Sweet.
But yeah, hype. I'm pretty sure we won't get into any late game, but even like mid game will really show you what this game has to offer. Yeah, the late game is like 80 hours in, if not more. Yeah.
Wow.
Yep.
Holy shit, dude. That's like an entire Mass Effect playthrough.
Yep.
Is one game of this. Damn, dog. This is like the monopoly of RTSs. In terms of length.
Yeah.
Well, I guess I wouldn't really know, though. I'm not sure how long other videos are. It is about to be 4:20, good sir. And I believe I am ready as well.
Can you try to join my game?
Yeah. Give me a sec here. Seriously, just a big old band of the music in this game, though, dog.
right? What's cool too, and what I like that Paradox does, because they do this in Crusader Kings too. They release with each DLC that you download, there's new music as well, and a lot of times they'll remix other songs to like be scarier or more upbeat. And so, not to like spoil anything, but in the PC edition, which is like similar to how Minecraft does it, they're like 2 updates ahead, but the gap is being bridged. That's kind of why they're releasing all of these. Like for instance, the Megacorp is out. I don't have it downloaded, but I'm sure you saw in the panel that it's in the store. Megacorp came out last month, and that's a huge like intergalactic corporation, like business model intersect into the game's economy and like federation system, like aligning with other people. You can basically just go buy systems and turn entire system like this is gonna be warehouses. Like it's just there's a lot to it, but but with each one they add music too, and the PC came out with Necroids, which is you know how you can pick different species. Necroids are like reanimated, so like a zombie species, and they have like a whole new, just like robots are different and the hive mind are different, the zombies have like a whole new like different setup for them, and I looked into it just a little bit to get a taste, and it's gonna be something to see.
Dude, apparently, what's the password? Is it not poop?
Oh no, I changed it. It's Shaft.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that's funny that you remembered poop. I was like, there's no way he's gonna remember his poop, so I'll just make a new password.
I just remembered from the video.
Hey Jess, do you know where the batteries went? The double A's?
Requesting hot join.
Yeah, I bought some not that long ago.
A hot guest wants to join the party.
Oh wow, I'm blind. They were under the thing. Oh yes, confirmed. Wow, you entered lobby due to pending hot join. You're a hot join. Everything transfer complete. I can't start yet. I think you might have to do something.
Select Empire. Covenant of Hot. Whoa, what is. I shouldn't be seeing
Yeah,
this.
just scroll all the way down to the bottom. Don't read anything. Just scroll all the way down to the bottom and go up one. Pretty sure you're above.
There we go. Yep, legal blocks. I can't even say my own name.
Rad. I didn't even know what you were called, but there we go. I'm gonna change my batteries.
Nah. Fucking amateur. What is this?
Hey, so what's the minus and the plus again? I don't want to have to do math, I just want to put the batteries. I was just making a stale joke. What'd you say? Not even what you said. Synchronizing game. All players have arrived. Alright. See all your shit?
I see all my shit.
Alright, so you said you watched it, but do you want kind of a quick recap of what's going on?
Sure. Couldn't hurt.
So your triggers are zoom in and zoom out. You can zoom way in on things while they're happening. zoom in and zoom out. Obviously, A is to select things. Y is to pause and unpause. The right analog, what is that? R3, pressing it down, takes you from your galaxy view to like all of the galaxies around your view.
Okay.
And you can kind of, if you zoom out enough, you can see your empire's name, and, like your boundaries and your colors. And so you're sending your scientists to basically go discover other systems. And learn about the resources, because ideally you'll want to claim them as under your banner and then build mining stations or research stations depending on what kind of resource they're doing.
Okay.
So
Cool beans. And I build those stations with the what was it again? Where is it?
I'm pretty sure it's influence. We'll see how it goes. I'm pretty sure it's influence. Actually, I guess I can just check real quick. Oh, no, I can't, because I haven't discovered anything. You have to discover one thing to see if you can... Oh yeah, we'll get to that.
Okay.
But, alright, so, one thing we'll do first.
Here we go.
Go press right on the D-pad, and it'll bring you to your outliner.
Yep. Okay.
And you can scroll, so pretty briefly, I'll click the sectors tab to click it away, because early game you don't need planets and sectors, you just kind of need planets. It's kind of redundant. So your planet is your capital. Yeah, and then shipyards. So when you build a station, it's technically just a like outpost that you're fortifying on a sun. But when you build a shipyard on that station, you can produce ships from it, and it goes from a station to a shipyard.
Okay.
And a shipyard is, so what you'll see reoccurring, this game uses modules. So a lot of your research you unlock are, you have slots on your ships and your stations and different things, where you have like 3 slots for weapons and 2 slots for armor, and based on what you research you can configure your stations and your ships how you want. But everything has a certain number of modules, and a shipyard is considered a module. So you can make a station that doesn't utilize it in one of the modules, and that's totally cool. Like some of mine, I'll have like one of the researches is hydroponics, where you can grow food in like a pod in your space station. And some stations, right? Some stations I would just dedicate to like all food, kind of like in Halo Wars when you would just turn all of those little like pods outside of the citadel or outside of the outpost. Exactly what you can do. The module's all up to you.
Sweet.
But what's cool is when you start getting a lot of different like stations going on, you can really start to decide what you want them to be. At this point in the game, I would make most of them. Here, let's click on it. It's yeah, you can click on your shipyard, or you can see it too right next to the sun.
I think that's great how we set up shop in every new galaxy by just parking right next to the sun and being like, yep, this is good.
This is mine. That's exactly what you do. Like, that's what war is taking ships, and ships will come and destroy these and claim them as their own. So it's like, this is the king of the hill, your station. But are you selected right now?
What do you mean? I looked at my.
Have
I'm
you
looking at my
selected-
shipyard right now.
Yeah, so you see like upgrade, downgrade details.
No, I'm just looking at it literally, and that's really cool. I love that you can click the
Right.
left stick and like zoom in all the way in, dude. This is my little station. This is where we start.
That's what I'm saying. And when you upgrade it, bro, you'll see those things happen. It's cool.
Hell
And you
yes.
can change a lot of the aesthetic things. I'm not
Okay, hang on
super.
one sec. Okay,
I
never mind. You
haven't
stop.
done a lot of that, but yeah, there's aesthetic things you can change as well. But yeah, press A on your station, and it'll bring up your starport is what it's called.
Cool. If it's alright, can I just like stop you every now and then if the tutorial guy comes on and he starts talking at me? Can I just say like 1 sec?
Yeah,
stop
just
it?
say like tutorial guy.
Okay, cool.
Oh, shut up.
Yeah, he was a very quick thing. He blurbed out just now, so it was no big deal. But yeah, cool. Sweet.
So yeah, just let me know when you're on your starport screen.
Star port screen? My star base screen?
Yeah. Your station.
Yeah.
It's called a starport.
Okay.
your
It's
station.
called a starport. Sorry. The upgrade, like the modules and whatnot. That's what I can see.
Yeah, okay, so you see at the top Starbase, Defense, Shipyard, below it,
yeah.
Upgrade. Okay, so those modules, you have a shipyard, and I'm guessing something else next to it, right?
Chia, a trade hub.
Okay, that's what I have too. So those are your modules, and you can see the locked ones. You have an anchorage, a gun battery, a missile battery. Those are like the standard ones. You'll unlock more as you research things. But yeah, the shipyard unlocks ships. The anchorage provides more docking for ships. So when you need your ships to be repaired and be upgraded and whatnot, your station is able to hold more ships at one time with more anchorage modules.
Nice.
Gun battery is useful. So there's different types of armor. Your enemies can pick different modules, right? So a good thing to do is gun battery and missile battery in the beginning have one of each, because missiles and guns obviously affect armor differently. And you can read more into that, I think, on the module itself. And then the trade hub, docking area where merchant traders conduct business. So yeah, it provides resources, actually pretty good resources. So yeah, some modules are about resources, some of them are about your army, your fleet, and then some are about like defense. And then when you go to the thing below that says buildings, that's just another list of like little modules. So you have.
So I want to go ahead and dismantle all this shit, right?
No, you'll wanna leave it for now.
Okay. Yeah, I have a crew quarters down there too.
So research silos, target uplink computer, communications jammer, disruption field generator. Those are pretty self-explanatory. Target uplink helps. You can develop weapons, so you can have strike craft that like take off outside of your station and attack ships when they come in as like a defense crew. But you can also have guns, like the missile and the gun, and the target uplink computer helps accuracy. Communications jammer obviously jams ships, which can actually help when they're trying to flee. They won't be able to FTL jump. Same with the disruption field generator, that affects their weapons or some shit.
Are we
And
gonna be
then
like controlling our ships fighting other ships, or just like watching it?
Oh yeah.
Even? We're controlling
We'll be
it?
watching it.
Okay, just
Controlling
watching.
and watching.
Dude, okay. I didn't realize that. I didn't think there would be like ship in-depth combat. But that's dope.
There's in-depth combat, but it's space combat, so it's slow, and it's mostly based on like your fleet will end up having a number associated to it, basically based on its firepower, And if there's a fleet that's larger than it, it'll most likely destroy your fleet if you don't like get out of there. And we can get into combat more later. I think learning resources is more important than learning how to fight, because we're both. The one thing I did see is that you're a moral democracy, which means that at this point our democracies are both based on passive wars, so we can't enter a battle unless someone has declared war on us, and we get special perks against them because we're a defensive type. So if they want to be all war hungry, like, come on, like, we're peaceful for a reason. Like,
we're gonna be like,
we
come
got those
at me,
defense
bro,
wars on
and
wall.
we get perks. That's great.
Yep, and we also get advantages in federations and bonds. Which is why usually it's a good idea to team up with people, because you'll get pretty powerful against some of these orc species that just want to go fuck shit up. You can find the enlightened ones who know how to protect themselves, and it's usually the way to go.
Hell yeah.
But yeah, so that's your modules. Upgrade. So it says you can upgrade to a starbase, starboard to starbase. You can continue upgrading your station all the way up to like something crazy. And each time you can see the hull points, shields, armor, speed, all of that. Obviously just increases the more you upgrade it, but it costs stuff. And that little green thing with the ticks, that's how much time each upgrade takes. That's a little watch, in case you couldn't tell. You can obviously downgrade, so sometimes when you can see on the top right, you see the 1 out of 3 and like maybe 3 out of 30 maybe?
Yeah.
That 1 out of 3 is your outpost. So let's say you have 3 outposts and you conquer a guy who has 3 outposts, you'll automatically have 6. And that'll be a red 6 out of 3 because it's now taking more resources than you're able to keep up with. So at that point, you could downgrade 3 of them and it'll give you resources and take them out of being a station. Which sucks, you lose stuff out of it, but you won't be in the red as far as resources go. So that's basically why the downgrade is there.
Don't those things produce resources though? Why would having, or I guess, is it outposts? Is that what the difference is? Is that what you said it was?
Yeah.
The 1 out of 3. What is that?
3 out of 3, it's not taking any extra. It's electricity. It's not taking any electricity. But if you had 4 out of 3, that's draining extra electricity. That would be a minor. So you wouldn't be in the negative, but that would be taking away from the plus whatever you have right now. And if you have too many negatives against your plus whatever, then you would be losing that amount each month. And that's really the name of the game, is setting yourself up, making sure you don't expand before you can pay for it. Otherwise, you'll be in the negative and don't really have a way to go back.
So I guess what I'm wondering then is how do you increase that number? Like the denominator, the 3.
Your resources? Yeah. Oh, the 3? Basically, there's multiple ways, but the main way is through perks and research. You'll be able to research, the 30 and the 3 will both go up through different doctrines you research, but also there's perks that'll give you massive upgrades to those. I'm pretty sure you can get up to 20 stations, if not more. And as far as military, you can get up to, I'm pretty sure into 999, 4 digits. So yeah, you start at 30. I'm pretty sure you can get to thousands.
Okay.
But yeah, just that's basically your station. You can go over anything else more. If you tab over to the right, those are your defenses. So defensive platforms are platforms where you'll have strike craft, which can just go strike, defensive strike craft, right? But also like extra modules for weapons, or just areas that are firing weapons.
Okay.
So pretty simple. If you want to add 0 out of 6 right now, you can add platforms to increase the defensive capabilities of your station. Not super important, but maybe have 1 or 2. And then if you tab over again to your shipyard, you can
Hey,
see.
quick question. So this Schlumon class defense platform thing that I can see. Schlumon. I love all the fucking names that I chose. Like that, the path I went down. It was great. But so is this one that I own, or because I noticed it's grayed out, or is this like something that I could build but just not yet?
Yeah, you just don't. If you look, it says 250, or mine says 252. I can't build it because I only. If you look at the top bar, I only have 100 right now. Thanks, sweetie. I appreciate you.
Oh, okay, cool. Mine says 100 plus 15. What's that about?
So 100 is how much you have in the bank, plus 15 is how much you're generating based on, whatever you have to, like, bring in that resource.
Okay.
So you can bring in resources by literally building stations on, like, planets that do that, but also, like home worlds that you have a colony on, you can build buildings within that empire where people's jobs provide most of the resources you see above.
Okay.
So people can mine, make food. The orange, like, film reel looking thing is literally that. It's a film reel that represents consumer goods, so things that make people happy and want to work. The pink and blue are alloys. Those are basically all about ships. It's like your military credit, almost. And then the other 3 resources are you can get into later, but those are more designed around politics and like the ethics of your government.
Cool.
The main ones are electricity, minerals, which is the diamond, food, consumer goods, and alloys. These are all things you can basically get from planets and buildings that you build within the colony.
Sweet. So yeah, what's next?
If you tab to the right, that's your shipyard. A Corvette is the most basic class. That's like your normal fighter ship. You'll unlock more military type ships over time. But yeah, Corvette is your first ship. Construction ship is what builds your research stations and mining stations. So research provides technology boost, which helps you get your upgrades quicker. And minerals obviously provide the pink diamond. Colony ship is exactly that. You make one of those and send it to a planet that can sustain your species' life, and then you can colonize it. Pretty dope. And then science ship is the one that researches things and discovers other planets, etc. So this is where you build all your ships once you have a shipyard, which you do. So we can go back into that later, but yeah, that's your shipyard. I think we already sent your scientists on a path, so we'll leave them alone for now. If you see the star with the military insignia, the star with the 2 stripes, arches above it, arches.
Like in space or somewhere on my HUD?
On your in space, you should see like a number, like 100 and something number, with
and then the military
insignia
symbol
next to it.
Yeah, I see it.
Yep. So if you zoom into that and click on it, that is your military fleet.
This is our construction ship, which is
Nope,
used
it
to
says
construct
car
space
construction ship.
stations.
I don't.
When an astronomical object
You,
such as a planet
okay.
has
you
been
have,
surveyed,
sometimes the
we can
click
order
is
this
very
ship to build a
finicky.
research
They're pretty
station
close to
or a
each
mining
other,
station
so
to exploit any
you
resources
can
it
move
may
in
have.
by pressing A somewhere.
Oh, okay.
I'll unfreeze it real quick. Is he moving right now?
Slowly, yeah. Wait, so is it the big thing that's...
No, that's your construction ship, likely. The one with the wrench and the screwdriver is your construction ship.
Okay, well I'm trying to click on the small things then, but yeah, it's still just getting the construction shit.
You'll be able to tell it's highlighting it because it'll change its color once you're highlighting over it.
My cursor?
Yeah,
Okay.
like once it's highlighting on the title or that like bar.
Yeah,
you'll be able
okay,
to
so
tell.
it says it's hovering over the Corvette. But, so when I press, do I press A on this though?
Military
Yeah.
fleets are used to
Okay,
protect
now all of a
our
sudden it's
emerging
picking up
empire from
military.
threats,
Okay,
or
I did
to
the exact
expand
same
our
thing earlier,
glorious
but it
rule through
was
force of arms.
still focused
No,
on the construction thing.
Click him like somewhere separate. Make sure his arrow's pointing somewhere so that when I play it again, he moves. He's gonna move away so that you don't have to. For whatever reason, they spawn right next to each other.
Okay.
You have the arrow going away from his current location.
How far away should it be?
Just enough to where you can differentiate who's who.
Okay, yeah, I do. Do that for everybody then?
You can just do that for the military ship. I think he's the only one next to your guy.
Well, I have 3 then. It looks like 3 little ships. Right?
They're in a fleet. All 3 of them will move together.
Oh, okay. I see. Cool.
If you look at the bar, it'll say the 100 and something number, and then underneath it, it'll say 3. That number in the bar represents the firepower based on those 3 put together.
Okay. Sweet.
So when you build a fleet, you're gonna add more guys to this group, and that 100 number will go up as well as the number below it. And you can build massive fucking fleets.
Dope.
Yep.
Okay.
So what we're gonna do first, are you selected? Command manage fleet.
Yeah.
Go over to manage. Go to the icon with the people and the plus.
Okay.
Click that.
The Leaders
Click
tab
recruit
lets us
new
hire,
leader.
dismiss, and assign idle governors, scientists, admirals.
And
Okay.
select one of those guys.
Fucking Siglo for the win. Don't have enough energy.
And then
Oh, what?
and then go down. It'll say he's available.
Are you sure? I'm trying to select one of them and it says not enough energy.
Oh, for real?
Yeah.
How much
Do I do
energy do you
something
have?
129 plus 29.
You have 129?
Yeah.
How much does he cost?
200. Oh shit.
Yeah, pick one that costs 100.
They all cost 200.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, pick one that costs 100. But no.
Alright, I'm gonna play
The
time a
faction
little bit.
screen gives an
Okay.
overview of the populace's political leanings. Be aware that shifts in the social-political
The
climate
time
may
goes
give rise
pretty
to
slow on
factions.
even 2.
Details on faction
Sounds
sizes,
good.
attractiveness to our pops,
Let me know
and
when
how
that gets
content
to
they are
200.
can also be found here.
Okay.
I'm eating my ravioli in the background, by the way.
Dude, this is fucking perfect. This is dope. I actually like love this pause play feature for the purpose of this tutorial right now.
Oh yeah. Yeah, basically, just like we made a scientist, you can assign an admiral to your fleet, who gives advantages. Yeah, and actually, that's how resources go. That plus every month, every time the number on the right will go up to like 20 something, and then go up to the month. Each time it's a new month, that's when the resources drop. So that plus whatever will add to what you have.
Nice. Okay.
Real
Yeah,
quick.
I'm 1 month away. Once we get to May, I'll have enough.
Sweet. All right. If you go over to your planet, your home world, and click on it.
Okay. Let's see. So, go away tutorial again. My home world. Hatland. Okay. Yep. I clicked on it.
So you see the buildings on there? And then above it, the like blue tiles, yellow tiles, red tiles, and green tiles.
I think I just like commanded my fucking squadron to go over there though. Was that the goal?
Oh. I mean, sure.
Okay.
You have to press B to unselect them.
Oh, okay. Alright, cool. I see.
This is our home world
so
and the
click on your
capital
home
of our
world.
empire.
Once I'm
The
selected,
planet summary screen, which we are currently looking
you
at,
should see blue
provides an
tiles,
overview
yellow
of the
tiles, red
planet's
tiles,
important statistics.
and green tiles.
Yes. Nice. Okay, I'm with you.
Alright, the blue tiles.
Blue Taz.
Yeah, because you have food. That's hilarious. The blue tiles are city districts. The yellow tiles are generator districts. The red tiles are mining districts. And the green tiles are agricultural districts.
Cool.
You need city districts to provide housing. That's maybe the most important. I would have more of those than any other district because you can get energy, minerals, and food from other things, but it's very hard to get more housing.
Gotta have those shitty districts.
Yep, but you know, another thing about population is you want to provide jobs, which is why you want to have districts, other districts. And you can see it's kind of balanced right now. 3, 2, and 2 is what mine is.
Yeah, I got
so
3,
yeah.
2, 2, 2.
Yep. And so you can see, you can make another one. If you click on one of those, it'll take you to the thing, and it'll say 480 seconds, at least mine does, and then it costs 500 minerals.
Okay, nice.
And the +5 and the +1, it gives me +5 housing, and it gives me +1 jobs for clerks. So there's different types of jobs. This gives me +1 to clerk jobs, which is great. Diversity in jobs is beautiful. So yeah, if you look at all of them, you can see that you can make different districts for different amounts. And those tiles, you can see once they fill up, like that's all you can get. But you don't fill all of them up. Each time you select one of these, another one of the tiles on each of the other 3 disappears. So yeah. So realistically, you can probably pick 3 more tiles before it's like adding 1 and subtracting 1 from the ones you didn't add 1 to. So it runs quick.
Okay.
Below that, you can see you have buildings unlocked. 25, 30, 35, 40. Each time you get to those population levels, so once you get to 25 pop, you'll unlock another tile for another building. All that really means is you can have another building that provides, you know, more things, more tiles for more buildings to do more things for your people. And each building gives you jobs, it gives you resources, different things. But each building also, you can see, has an upkeep on the tab, and the upkeep is related almost always to electricity. So you don't want to get a bunch of buildings going if you know you're going to have -4, -4, -4 next month. You know what I mean?
Yeah, okay.
But what we're doing right now, see that plus on the tile that's empty? We might not have enough resources yet, minerals. But we're gonna add as soon as one of those becomes available, you basically want to fill it, because as much as it needs upkeep, it's also providing something. So alloy foundries obviously make alloys. Civilian industries make the consumer goods, the orange reel. Commercial zones are good for jobs, and they provide amenities. Amenities make people happy. So as much as people want to buy things and sell things, they also need like theater and games and movies, which is what amenities is. So commercial zones provides that.
Does it like literally say games and theater and like?
It's more
aliens
implied.
Okay.
Yeah, it's more implied.
Okay.
Like happy things. Same with holo theaters. And you can see they turn consumer goods, which are the orange things, into unity and amenities. So some of these buildings convert some of the resources you're getting into resources that you couldn't get otherwise, if that makes sense. And we can go over that in the future, but
Yeah, okay.
a good thing to build, if you press B to back out and go over to planet status, planet status. You can kind of see above it too. You can see planet production, planet status, and planet deficit. Hopefully your planet doesn't have any deficit right now, but that'll happen over time. 79% next to the scales is based on like how lawful your citizens are. So literally, if you neglect your citizens, they can start to riot and anarchy and overthrow and literally become their own like empire, their own star system, and maybe join another system. So you want to make sure that you're keeping them happy, keeping the approval rating up.
What percent is anarchy?
When you get below like 20%, I'm pretty sure.
Okay.
So you can get to 0 and still be dealing with it before they leave you. The the blue person with the number next to it is your people. The person with the hat next to that is the enforcers that you have to enforce the law, so police officers. True bite. The music with the smiley faces, that is your happiness, your amenities. So if that's in the negative, your people are starting to get pissed off. They're like,
Wait,
okay, like what is worth it?
What's the like black person with
I
the
honestly
0%?
don't remember.
Okay.
I think that's like people like acting up, so like bad guys.
Oh, okay.
That's the mob, Austin.
That's
You
the
don't have the mob yet.
2% mafia. Okay.
And I don't know what that circle with the no something is, but I don't have any, so that's good. And then to the left of that, planet production. That's just kind of summation.
Sorry. No, there's one more up there though. What is that one? To the left of the music and the masks.
Yeah, I don't remember what that one is either.
Okay, cool. That's alright.
Yeah, obviously doesn't affect the game too much.
Yeah, fair enough.
So, planet production, that's everything in the green is what your planet is making on the surface for you in terms of resources. If there's anything in the red or like negative, that's what they're losing you. Not always a bad thing if you have other ways of making up for it. So sometimes like you can't get them, massive. You might be -2 or -3 on consumer goods, and that's okay because you're out of buildings. But other than that, like you have a great empire going on that planet. So you might be up or down a few, but if you're you know, the main things are like resources and happiness. You don't want to have them draining any energy or food or you know, etc. And then finally, if you go over to planetary features, the little bar next to it that has the 3 times the like construction zone, the black and yellow. Those
Where's that
are
at? No, I didn't see that.
oh, it's
yeah,
on the
times
tile.
3.
Yeah. Yep.
Okay.
And then if you're on planetary features, you'll see that those 3 are displayed with the title. Basically, those are things on your planet that are blocking like areas where you can build. So they'll add districts. They'll add like building spaces. They'll take away certain things. Thanks, sweetie. And so you can pay for them, and they will give you like an extra tile for taking care of that. But usually, you have to research how to clear that before you can pay to clear that. So something to consider.
Okay.
Just kind of helps in like mid game. It helps provide a little more. You know, you can maximize space that you didn't have before on your planet, clear some tiles, and now you have a few more districts to work with, kind of thing. And then if you scroll all the way over, well, you can't, but you can see corporate is grayed out, and that's just because I don't have the thing yet. Pretty cool.
Corporate? I don't see corporate. Oh, all the way
Here
up.
we
Okay,
see
I
a
see.
breakdown of this planet's population.
And then
This is
summary,
the foreground.
you can terraform your world, you can move the capital, you can change the leader, who's the governor. You can rename your planet, and then it shows the summary, what type of world it is, etc. And then you can make decisions on your world based on your influence, and we can get into that. Those are like political things, like declare martial law, planetary growth. Martial law is basically like you're shutting down certain functions. So if you have a lot of rioting, you can declare martial law on your planet to basically allow soldiers to provide more stability in addition to the police on your planet. And so it reduces job growth and population growth, but it brings up the stability, right? So yeah, there's a lot of like different reading that you could do on some of these like some of the like doctrines that you can do. But yeah, that's basically your solar system. You have your planet, and you have your starbase, and you have your fleet, and whatever construction, science, civilian ships you got going.
Dope. Okay.
So at this point in the game, we would be having our scientist go galaxy to galaxy, finding planets that have resources. And then behind him, as we're getting enough money to, we'll be constructing bases, like little research or mining stations, depending on what the resource is, on these planets that have the little like number with the associated resource. And then also the construction ships are the ones that build the station on the star. And those cost, the purple guy with the vibes around his head, that I think you need like 200 to build a, well, maybe not yet. But yeah, you basically use that resource to build the stations because it expands your empire.
Which resource, sorry?
The purple guy with the vibes around his head.
Oh, okay.
And then if you zoom out of your planet, you can see the green pluses are resources you're getting, but the white numbers with the resource are the planets that have yet to be tapped for their resource. And you can see that on the summary of the planet, like outside of the galaxy when you're just looking at them. And yeah, that's pretty much it. At least for starting off.
Wait, how do I see what these planets have? I just clicked on one.
You won't click on it, so press the R3 button and then like back away from your planet a little bit, and you can see like mine has 2 lightning bolts, 3 minerals, and 5 cogs. Those are all the resources I haven't gotten yet from that galaxy.
Oh, okay.
But
cool.
if you hover over it, you'll see the pluses in green, and that's showing you what of those resources you are getting from the stations you have built. And so the idea is to get all of the resources from all the planets while you're also trying to add more galaxies with more planets with resources to your empire. And then eventually there's a border friction because everyone's expanding in the beginning, and then you get to the point where your border ends where someone starts, and that's kind of the name of the game.
Yeah.
War is based on, you know, taking system by system, mainly for resources and, you know, size. The bigger your empire, the more multipliers you get on your military capacity and your starbase capacity. So it's like the bigger keep getting big, essentially.
So, do all of these resources eventually run out then on every planet? All of them?
No.
Okay.
Once you get that number, it provides 3 or 2 or whatever, like every month for the rest of the game.
Oh, I see.
But what's tricky is if someone invades you and takes 3 of your systems, that could be a lot of your resources that you might want to fight to get back, because that adds up month to month over time.
Yeah.
You know, you're at plus 20 whatever, in a few years you'll be at, you know, plus 120, and you'll be like, you know, you'll be able to put together fleets that are 100 ships large, if not more.
Okay. So like the units, I guess, are throwing me off a little bit. So it's a different unit of 2 when I'm looking at my planets there, right? Like there's 2 power, but there's 185 power, or 189, or energy credits, I guess. And yet, like, because I have access to the 2 that are in my galaxy, I guess, that's giving me, well, that doesn't even add up itself. It's 15 plus 16, but I'm getting plus 29.
That's including what's on your planet, your homeworld, all of those resources they're providing you, plus the stations that you have built that are providing you electricity. Also considering what's taking away your energy.
Okay.
All of your ships in your fleet cost energy to run constantly. Buildings cost energy to run constantly. So that plus 26 is based on what you're getting from stations and buildings and people's jobs, and also what you're losing from the same thing.
Sweet. Okay, so that part makes sense now. But then, so yeah, the units, like the 2 energy units that are available in, is that the galaxy or the planet?
Screen, we can...
That's the galaxy, right? For the system?
2 energy.
Like, okay, so my first system is called Big Huge. So when I'm looking at Big Huge here, the Big Huge system, it's got the 2 energy, the 3 diamond, the 3 like atoms, and the 2 cog that you were talking about. So that 2 energy, that is a different kind of unit than like the plus
No.
29 energy that I'm getting up there.
That 2 in the white and that 3 in the minerals, if you zoom into your planet, you'll find a planet that has 2 energy in white and 3 minerals in white, and those are planets that don't have a station yet, that once you put one will be giving you those resources.
Oh, okay.
So those white numbers when you're outside of your galaxy are all showing you resources that are yet to be tapped.
Okay, and so then when I do establish that, it'll be giving me plus 2 more
Yep.
every month? Oh, dope. Yep. Okay.
And if you put that station there, once you zoom out, you won't have that 2 energy in white anymore. It'll just be the 3 minerals until they're all built.
Hell yes.
It's a lot of information, dude, but once it all makes sense, you're like, let's get this shit. Let's go.
It's really starting to. A lot of the stuff is clicking. So, okay, cool.
I like big, huge, by the way. My system is Garden of the Ancients.
Garden of the Ancients?
Yep,
Hell
that's
yeah.
my home world. My sun is called Sanctity. But yeah, so I'm gonna press play and eat the last 3 raviolis here, and
Sounds
just
good.
kind of see what happens. This is the best part of the game, bro. Is random events will pop up and we'll read what happens, and it'll affect literally everything that happens going forward from that point on. It's fucking hilarious.
Dope.
They're really paradox. It's paradox.
Once we get to May, I want to pause it again though and do that thing. I forget what it was, but I know I gotta buy something. That was
I'll
a
let you
leader.
pause it. I'll let you pause it. But if you're watching your scientist, you should be researching things in the galaxy next to you, and you'll see little minerals and you'll see resources in the white pop up on that planet too, as he researches the planets.
Really? So if I go out to the other systems and look for where my scientist is out exploring, I'll see that happening?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, cool. Okay, I'm gonna try and remember.
I'm gonna press play, and you just, or did you pause?
Yeah, I paused because I
You
wanted
paused.
to
Let's go.
make the leader thing. Right?
Yep.
How do I get there again?
Click on your ship.
Click on your ship.
And you can do that. Thank you. You can do that by going right on the D-pad to your outliner and just clicking military fleet, or the fleet under military fleet.
Dope. That's cool. All right, I like that a lot better.
Yep, the outliner, bro. You're gonna love the outliner.
Outliner's your friend.
Once it gets pretty intense too, and you have a bunch of fleets and a bunch of planets, you're like, ooh, the outliner.
Yeah,
Keeps
but
everything organized. But you can see too, do you see your scientist, how he has a little like bar that's like somewhat complete? It's got a little with like ticks on it
no.
under his science ship.
Oh yeah, no, I
It's
do.
in the
Okay,
outliner.
cool. Yeah.
That bar is representing, he's on a planet right now, surveying it, and that bar, once it completes, is a planet surveyed. And then once it
Dude.
gets to the next one, the bar will start over, and you can kind of see how many his progress on the planets over time.
Do you think he's still just working on the first one right now?
Yeah, could be. Who
Okay.
knows? But so, if
yeah,
you're on your
the
ship,
leader? Yeah.
you'll go to the 3 people with the plus under manage.
Oh, manage. Oh, that's right. That's right. Okay. Recruit new leader. Fucking Siglor, my boy. Is he? Did I get him now? Yep, I sure did. Okay.
So
Cool.
you'll see. Yep.
I got
And
200 less energy. So do I do something with this, bro?
Did you select him?
Just now I did.
So it should have popped you back into the ship with his name under the. It was like a blank space before. His name should be filled in there under command on the ship.
Oh yeah, okay, hell yeah.
So you see his name and his skill.
Yeah.
So the more he does shit, his
wait,
skill
his
will go
skill,
up
what's
to
his
2,
skill?
to 3, 4.
Oh, okay, there we go.
Yeah. It should be at 1 right now.
What's the little running icon mean?
I'm not quite sure. It's his perk. So
Oh,
I
okay.
think running is just like evasiveness, maybe. My guy is a dog. It's a puppy icon, and it's for eager.
Okay,
And
cool.
it just means that sometimes they're good traits, sometimes they're bad traits, but they basically just give them a little modifier based on something.
Mining stations are used
Based
to
on their
extract the
military
minerals and
trait or
strategic
science.
resources of the object.
Yeah, whatever. Military science, something like that.
Okay.
So yeah, got
Anything
you
else I
read it.
should do?
Honestly, I'm gonna speed it up to 3, and we're gonna just let some time play out
Oh shit.
and see what happens first. Really, there's not a whole lot we can do right now because we're letting our scientists
The
do their
Empire
thing. But I
Management
think we're also
menu will
playing on a
help you manage
difficulty
our
where we
empire
shouldn't be getting
as you
there
grow.
at any point
Each
soon.
menu provides information on specific aspects of our empire, giving you options
So
for
yeah,
actions and improvements.
if you're watching your scientist from like the big galaxy, ooh, okay, I'm gonna pause real quick. So I got my first anomaly. An anomaly is what happens when a scientist finds exactly that, an anomaly. And so, let's see. Impressive structures litter Luris spores surface, practically begging for more archaeological loot. The current scientist finds this anomaly challenging, so he's under 2 levels to perform it, which just means it'll take more days to research. It's going to take 180 days for him to research this anomaly, which goes
Okay.
pretty quick as far as months go. But yeah, anomaly level 3, scientist level 1. Doing this is a good idea because it's not challenging enough to where he could die, but it's challenging enough to where he will get experience from it.
Okay. That's
Yeah,
great. That's a great like
yeah,
life
they can
philosophy.
if it's like a extremely or like dangerously challenging, like a level 5 or a level 6, they can fucking die from it depending on the situation, the circumstance.
Okay.
So yeah, I'm gonna research that and press play. So he stopped seeing the planets to do this anomaly, and then once he's done, he'll continue his job. And if you ever want him to do something else, you can just select him and have him do things. But always remember that you can chain actions. So if you want him to go research this and then go do that, you can press X instead of A to go do something, and that'll be like a step 1, and then press X instead of A on the next thing, and that'll be like a step 2, if that makes sense.
Right. Yeah,
So
I'm a big fan of that.
Selecting A is like a single task option.
Yeah.
X is like I do this and then go do that and then do this. But that can get risky, especially like there can be things that he finds as hostile that he'll run away from. Threat detected and like zip out of that because he's not equipped with any sort of military firepower. So he will skedat.
Will he not skedat if he's on a chain order? Like how is...
He will break the chain order to save his own life.
System survey complete.
Every
Good.
time.
Okay. The Nigel system has been surveyed. Sweet.
Yep. So you can see all the resources over there, and now that it's fully surveyed, you can take your construction ship and select that star system by pressing X or A, and see the make outpost or build outpost option. I'm not sure how much it costs you at this point, but
Okay. Sweet.
holy shit, we're moving. We're actually moving the stick in the game.
Just past a year.
It'd be really funny if we were like super close to each other or on like absolutely opposite ends of the galaxy.
Right?
We find each other instantly, or we find everybody but each other.
I do want to stop in time to make like pizza though before the show, so probably like
Oh yeah.
the next 10-15 minutes here. But dude, this is very chill though too. We can probably play this game on like a regular basis, like maybe even like a
Right.
weekly basis.
I'm gonna
So,
pause it real quick. So things will pop up on the bar on the bottom of the screen, and you can press down on the D-pad to bring them up. I just got a blue and orange like theater face icon. Have you gotten that yet?
I don't think so. No.
Okay, when that pops up, that is your traditions. I'm just gonna take you there. Do you see the bar on the left with the blue and the orange face?
Yeah.
Click that real quick.
The tradition screen displays the tradition trees available to our empire.
Okay.
So if you look on the far right, it'll show how many to the next tradition and how many months remaining.
Oh, 1 month. Okay.
Okay, I'm gonna just play that month so that you can get there.
I didn't have any pop-up, but maybe that's because I was already at the screen.
Okay, yeah. So does it say 0 months remaining?
Yeah.
Okay, so this is traditions, bro. This is a really cool aspect of the game. Expansion, domination, supremacy, harmony, prosperity, diplomacy, and discovery. Each one of these is a themed like set where you have to, once you pick it, you get an effect from adopting. So like by selecting it, you'll get an effect, but by unlocking all 5 things, you'll get another effect. And you can kind of see, so let's go to expansion. It says once you adopt it, colony development speed is increased by 25%, which is pretty ridiculous.
Damn. Okay.
And then if you go down, reach for the stars, courier network, galactic ambition, a new life awaits, colonization fever. Each one of these gives you some multiplier to something, so it's improving in some way. And each time you get this is traditions are a resource that you will just get over time, and there's things you can do to increase it, but there's not a lot you can do to decrease it. So you'll always have a plus, even if it's +1, but you can get to like plus 1,000, plus 2,000, and be getting these all the time, and they
Dude.
significantly enhance like how good your empire can get.
Yeah, these seem massive. Okay.
So like, you know, domination, adopting clears blockers reduced by 33, and then each one of these governor cap increased by 2, capital and housing buildings +1 housing each, ruler level cap increased by 2, output from workers and slaves increased by 5. Like, so each one of these has a different theme, and the idea is you'll be able to get them all over time, right? But here's the coolest part. Once you unlock 5 of those and complete one, you unlock a Ascension perk slot.
Oh.
And if you go to the Ascension perks and click A on the
The
available list,
Ascension perks
dude, look at
list
some of
shows the
these
Ascension
Ascension
perks
perks.
that
They're crazy. They're like the big perk in the game that you can do.
Okay.
So like for instance, Transcendence. We stand on the threshold of awakening our true psionic might of our species. Our minds are ready, and we have heard whispers of a psychic realm beyond our own.
Our minds are
The- It,
ready.
so you gain the psionic ability as a race ability, and your people can they're like quicker reflexes, better combat time because they can start to see the future before it happens, and it unlocks
For
like
sure.
a path, like a quest line almost for your species.
Yeah, I think I
Um,
remember you talking about these in the last video.
the
Actually,
master
briefly.
builders can build mega structures. You can build Dyson spheres and like ring worlds and shit in this game. You can build machine worlds. Synthetic evolution. You can choose to just that time to abandon the flawed organic vessels and imprison our minds by transferring our neural patterns into synthetic bodies. We will achieve a higher state of being.
Damn.
Nihilistic acquisition unlocks the raiding bombardment stance, which allows you to abduct populations from besieged planets and resettle them on your own worlds. Yeah, it's crazy the amount of things that you can do with these ascension perks.
Okay.
Defender of the Galaxy. Damage to endgame crisis factions plus 50%. Everyone's opinion increased by 20%. Huge. Huge. You almost need that if there's an endgame crisis. 50% damage to endgame crisis faction. But yeah, so to start, which one would you like? I
Oh
guess you don't
shit,
even
that's
have to
right.
tell me. Yeah, you don't even have to tell me. I recommend expansion, discovery, prosperity, and then maybe harmony, diplomacy, and then I usually do domination and supremacy last, unless I'm like gonna go assault people right away. Just because like discovery and expansion super help you. Just that like in the early game as far as expanding your empire and whatnot, and finding anomalies that can help different things. Like those are huge. Prosperity is all about money and resources. Diplomacy is obviously with other nations. Harmony is more within your own nation. Domination is like imposing your will, and supremacy is like increasing the strength of your military.
Dope. Okay.
Probably gonna go with Discovery personally as my first one, and then when you adopt it, that's your points for this. So next time you'll be able to select one of the traits. This time you adopt one of them.
Oh, I see. We can't actually choose one of these yet.
No,
I'm all looking through the options. Okay.
Yeah, so the next time you get enough points, you'll be able to pick one of the 5.
Nice.
And then once you pick all 5, you get an ascension trait, and then you get to pick the next set you want to do.
Dog.
Yep.
Dog.
It's pretty hard.
It's starting to click. These are some really cool mechanics that are starting to come into play already, though. But
yeah,
it's crazy to think like that's just one little tab, and how many more tabs are there? Oh my god.
I'm saying my favorite playthrough still is my warlike shrimp people that found out that they had psionic abilities, and then I changed their government type to be a lot more spiritual and like peaceful based. and towards the end, I became more of like a defender of the galaxy opposed to the crusher of the galaxy.
Wow.
Like I was maybe going to if I didn't find myself.
Some fucking
So yeah,
reverend
just
shrimp.
there's obviously like role play, taste to it,
Yeah.
but more than that, there's just like the little scenarios that pop up on your screen are just like, hey, so there, that colony that you just built on this planet? Well, there's seismic tremors. So how do you wanna deal with that? Like, let's just stop building and see how it goes. And it's like a month later, like, yeah, well, you stopped building, but there was this a earthquake to the core and everyone died. Like, oh, well, shit. It is what it is.
Damn.
Just like that's part of the fun. It's just the thing is that the little text bubbles that add the flavor to what we're doing.
It seems like there's just really so much room for variation. Like, you wouldn't ever even come close to repeating the same game. You know?
Yeah, that's exactly. And that's why I was so hooked on it for a while.
Yeah.
Is literally every experience was pretty different.
Dude. I'm
Yeah,
honestly
the
like, I'm
only
really interested to
thing
try
is-
out a hive mind at some point. Like,
Oh yeah.
is it possible to do
Yeah,
that
it's fun.
peacefully? Like, or do you have to be pretty
I'm
militaristic?
pretty sure you can be peaceful with other hive minds. And
Okay.
I don't think it like affects, like robots. Some robots don't want to deal with other organics and only deal with other robots.
Right.
I think hive mind is like other hive minds are dope, but hive mind's thing is like everyone's kind of on the shit list at some point. Like the end
Okay.
goal is that hive mind is only mine.
Yeah.
And so like everyone's like, okay, like hive mind's okay now, but maybe not forever. Most likely not forever.
Interesting.
And that's kind of the thing with pacifist robots too. Is like, oh, they just don't know how shitty organics are yet. Fuck. As soon as they do, we're fucked. And that happens a lot because you'll have robots be like, we have discovered like the truth of our past. Like, oh
Dude.
shit.
That's
We
so
have been
scary.
slaves to organics.
You can
Oh
have
no.
like some peaceful bro robots that like spread across the galaxy, and they're just these super dope guys that realize all of a sudden they're gonna now turn and hate every organic being and just fucking wipe us all out. That's horrifying.
Yep. Well, and I put some of those empires into the game, so I created
off.
a couple of like. I created one slaving empire that's like a just that, it's a raiding like slaver empire, and they're hell-bent on just like zero diplomacy, like so like we will have to have a defensive war no matter what if everybody else is cool with us. But what if I think there's one or two like randomly generated that aren't ones that I made. And like one of those could be what's considered a purifier species, which does not want to hear what you have to say. Every alien is going to die. They will be purified from the galaxy.
Cleansed. Okay.
Literally. And we'll have to deal with that. And yeah, it's dope.
Dope.
The one issue with this game is how much time you can, like, look at us. We maybe played a minute, 2 minutes, 3 minutes in game.
Yeah, but it was an hour and 20 minutes, basically.
Yep.
That's crazy.
Yeah. And I knew that's kind of what it was going to be again, but
Yeah.
eventually it's like once you're in it, there's just a lot of time where you're pressing play until something hits you, and then you react to it and you keep pressing play. And as much as you're in the game for 80 hours, it's like it's going by because shit's happening.
This is almost
Yeah.
the game. I kind of wish we could like play this on mobile, and like while we're camping for some reason. Like it almost feels like it could be possible, at least someday for sure,
Play it on what?
on mobile. Or like,
Wow, that would be it'd probably blow up your phone
Yeah, well, maybe.
just because of the amount of memory that this takes to
Uh,
do anything.
This is one of the few games that's actually pretty tough for my Xbox to run when I've had it playing for like if I'm into like my 3rd hour straight playing Stellaris, which is pretty rare for me to be on anything for 3 hours without stopping. It's like you can see that it's starting to get tired trying to run Stellaris.
Yeah. Okay.
Especially on my 80-hour deep campaign. It's like, ooh, dude, you don't want to take a break? You don't want to take a rest?
Your mic changes all of a sudden. Did you change
Yeah,
your
my
mic?
AirPod died.
Oh, okay. Yeah, makes sense. Well, alright, dude. Yeah, I'll see you in a bit for fucking Attack on Titan.
Oh yeah.
Good shit. But
Good
seriously,
shit.
dude, I'm down for this again very soon. I'll hit you up.
Alright, hold on just a second. I'm gonna save.
Okay.
Austin 2.
Dude, I don't know what it is. I just really like the idea of like gaming while we're camping somehow. Like whatever, like pretty much just whatever would allow us to do that. Even if it's just like
Is
like,
it the irony of it?
I guess so. Like even just for a little bit, but like at night, like fuck yes, bud.
Fuck yeah, bud. Well, I think the funniest thing would just be like the animals around us. Like, are these guys for real right now? Am I hearing Grand Theft Auto Mobile right now?
Dog. Oh, I didn't. Is that a thing? Are you what?
Oh yeah, it is. Did you know that?
No. Grand Theft
Yeah,
Auto. Mobile?
I think GTA 3 is on your phone.
Okay, maybe I did hear that actually. That's definitely not multiplayer. But okay. I wonder if we could do like
not
Minecraft multiplayer.
Guaranteed we could. I feel like we could even do. Oh, I guess if we're like in the boonies, maybe not.
You think for sure we could do Minecraft
Okay.
multiplayer? Like, just our phones like Bluetooth connecting to each other or something?
Maybe we'd have to try it out without like even data. That's
Yeah.
the one thing.
Yeah, exactly.
Like, if you don't have any phone data at all, how can you connect to anything unless you
Right.
have a local hotspot?
Yeah. But dude, if that worked, you can literally just plug in your controller, like use a Bluetooth controller, so
Yep.
your Xbox controller or yeah, whatever.
That's the point where I'd want to bring like the dual cables and bring our SPs.
That's what I'm fucking saying, dude. That's what I want. Like that to me is the bee's knees. I can't think of a better scenario. I don't know why.
Right.
Yeah, it just sounds great. All right, I will talk to you soon.
But
Bye.